Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Denver Bears franchise. Another trade offer, another episode for Brendan Rodgers. I mean, this is coming on kind of strong here towards the trade deadline. A lot of teams are interested in Rodgers. Now, it's interesting that the Red Sox would want to offer a relief pitcher. I am very, very interested in a relief guy, and that was probably the best offer we've gotten for Fry. But right now, I'm not looking to get him. But looking towards the MLB All-Star break, we get the worst possible news. Rafael Marchand is going to be hurt for the rest of the season with a dislocated ankle. I'm just hoping this isn't career ending, because a lot of injuries like this could be career ending, and we'll see. Rafael Marchand surprised a lot of guys this season, especially a lot of you guys, hitting 280, 372 on base percentage. I didn't think anybody expected him to be this good. He's very, very good, but now he's done for the year. Max McDowell is next up, but he's not hitting as well. He's been a backup, to be honest, hitting 268. We also have Omar Narvaez, who is at AAA, but only hitting 242 at AAA. We signed him to be kind of a depth catcher, and we kind of gave him a bigger offer just because I knew he would be good with platooning versus right-handed pitching, and that's pretty much his ceiling. I would not have had him even attempt to be full-time, to be honest with you. So before hopping into the All-Star break, I want to start here at the Futures game, the AL versus the NL. And we get to see our man Kenny Martinez in this game. He was our first-round draft pick after season three, I should say. And he had his first full year in the minors last year, but he had a season-ending injury, which kind of halted his development. But here he is getting a shot here in the Futures game. He is about 21, 22 years old. You can see here he is very good at hitting from that left side of the plate. He also can switch hit as well, but he's way better hitting from the left side as he gets his first hit of the game there. Here he is for his third at-bat, and this one will be another shot to right field. 2 for 2 in this game so far with a walk as well in the 7th inning. Martinez is such a good hitter because he really does remind me of Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon was a very good situational hitter, so I'm hoping that maybe Kenny Martinez will eventually be that at the MLB level. I still think he's got at least this year and next year in the minors before even considering moving him up. By that time, it could be time for Winker even. His contract will be expiring. We'll see where Martinez is with his development at that time. So we move on to the MLB All-Star game, and here are the lineups here for both teams. As you can just see, we do not have any fielders starting, but we do have Mike Soroka, who is the NL starter in today's game. A welcome sighting for him. I'm excited to see that one of our new pickups is the starter. So Soroka has been one of the best pitchers in baseball, 10 wins at the All-Star break. And let's just see who else made the All-Star team. Jordan Hicks makes it for the second straight year as a Denver Bear, but this year he's having a career year. This is not normal for him. He is definitely exceeding expectations. And then Benito Ozuna also makes it. Now, Ozuna has always been a very good hitter, and he's hitting about 280 this year. It isn't like overly impressive, but still very good. And you know, one thing that he's worked on is his reaction. And honestly, you know, one thing that's went down is his speed. And I guess he's kind of jeopardized his speed and some of his hitting attributes for that defensive ability, which is something I'm actually happy about, because one thing I was very disappointed with last year in the playoffs, especially when we were in that wild card game, was his reaction to each ball and his fielding ability, the ability just to get to the ball with the correct angle. So here we go, Mike Soroka on the mound here in the All-Star game, and he's facing a All-Star lineup, obviously, as he gets ripped right away, as this one's a deep fly ball to right field. We'll move the runner over to third base, as that brings up Juan Soto to the plate now, hitting 301 this year. This one's a deep fly ball. It will be deep enough to score the runner from third base, and the AL will strike first in this first inning. It's going to be 1-0 in favor of the AL team as Whit Merrifield comes in to score. Mike Trout hitting in that 4 spot for the AL. This is a shot to center field, and it does get down right before Cody Bellinger gets to it. And Mike Trout with the single, as he's given up 2 hits so far in his first inning. 1-0 as Ryan Mountcastle comes to the plate. Ground ball to third. Easy out at second base. Now, Benito Ozuna is a very good hitter in my opinion. I think that one thing that, like I said, the big improvement was the defense, but he's finally starting to, get better at defense. So we're going to see what he can do in the second half of the season if he's going to be our full-time center fielder going forward. He hits one to left field in his first at-bat. That one is just a line out, as the runner on first base does hold up at first. And Benito Ozuna only gets 1 at-bat here in the All-Star game. Jordan Hicks, I don't think he even pitched in this game. I could have obviously manually put him in, but I don't think he even pitched in this one, as the AL wins this one 5-2 as we move on to the second half of the season. Now, the trade deadline is very, very close, and one thing that, I was thinking about was, hey, maybe catcher is a position that we will have to look at now with Rafael Marchand hurt. But let's just see how Max McDowell and other guys do at catcher as they do rotate in, Omar Narvaez included. We are in a 1-0 deficit to Cincinnati as Felipe Ayala is on the mound, and he will get Jesse Winker to strike out on that one. As now that brings up 2 outs, our last batter of the game, Keston Hiura, and he strikes out swinging on the inside slider. So it looks like Cincy will get the win on the road versus the Bears. Ramel Coffer gets suffered with the loss here. 1 earned run only, though. And he gets the loss here. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, gave up 5 hits. On to the next game, as this time we're up 1 as Jordan Hicks on the mound for the save. This time facing Aquino at the plate, and he will watch 1. And that is strike 3, 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Jordan Hicks now facing Patrick Dwyer at the plate. This one is going to be a chopper to first base, and at least we split here with the Cincinnati Reds. This time we win 3-2. Now, Jordan Hicks has been a very good closer, but I want to see him take it to the next level, have him be shut down. And he's starting to get that way this year, as this has been a career year for him. Here is the other All-Star, Benito Ozuna, who is now a 2-time All-Star in this entire series. 2 for 4 in this game, now facing St. Louis as he gets a low pitch with a man on second base here in the bottom of the 10th inning. This one should be deep enough to move Zion Storm over to third, and with 92 speed, he will make it in easily. And now we have a man on third base. 1 out here, C.J. Abrams, who leads our team in average so far and on base percentage, .293 this year. As he comes up here, first pitch swinging, and it's going to be a lazy pop-up in the infield. He could have looked for a better pitch than that one. As that brings up Keston Hiura now with 2 outs. Man on third base, can he be the hero? And he swings at 1 low, and it is absolutely crushed. 460 feet, is 14th of the year. Just remember last year, he had about 25 home runs at the All-Star break. This time, about 10 home runs less than last year, but he doesn't miss on that one. Hiura absolutely crushes that one out of the park. Man, that one was absolutely smoked as we get the win here versus St. Louis. Similar scenario here with some more extra inning games now, bottom of the 10th inning. This time it's Zach Veen at the plate, the young center fielder. He's trying to compete for some playing time in the outfield. We don't want to move him down because right now he's out of options on his contract. So we will keep him up there, but he's got to steal some playing time away from either Will Benson, Benito Ozuna. I don't think he's stealing anything from Jesse Winker, though. Jorge Polanco comes up with 1 out, man on third base with a chance to be another hero right down the middle. Home run, Jorge Polanco. Back-to-back games with home runs versus the Cardinals. That's got to be devastating to be on the road versus another NL opponent, and you lose by back-to-back walk-off jacks. So let's evaluate Max McDowell and also Omar Narvaez at this point as we do move to the end of this month. And looking at them, they're just not doing too well. They all are on one of those cold streaks, as you see the blue snowflake there. And I'm just looking at, how is our bullpen doing? Because it's either Brendan Rodgers is either going to get traded for a catcher or a bullpen guy. And I think our bullpen's actually not doing bad right now. So catcher is the position I'm truly looking at here. And one team that really is in a spot where they can deal one of their catchers, it's definitely the Detroit Tigers. They have 2 catchers locked up for more than $10 million a year. I have no idea why they did that. But then they have Michael Papierski, who is the 3rd string, I guess you can say, in that organization. And he is actually decent. 27 years old, 77 overall, beat potential, still very young. This has been his first year that he's got some action at the MLB level. Not doing bad. 391 on base percentage, a 263 average. He obviously doesn't get the at-bats that he'd want. So I look at what they would need here, and they are in a true rebuild. They are 44-58, and they are way back in the AL Central. So Brendan Rodgers kind of makes sense for them because he's a kind of a younger middle infielder. He's still got, a bunch of years left. He's still starting his prime right now. He's only going to get better from here as well. I mean, I can see him in 2 years being high 80s overall, because if he does well, it also will go a little faster for him. Hitting 205 this year, 88 at-bats, obviously not feeling very well morale-wise because he hasn't been getting the playing time. But I just think this is the perfect deal. Let's bring in Michael Papierski. We deal Brendan Rodgers for a catcher who can fill in for Rafael Marchand. And he will get his chance to start here versus the Astros right away. We're going to insert him into the lineup. Right now, he's hitting better than Omar Narvaez. He's hitting better than Max McDowell. So why not just put him into the lineup right at this moment? 62-40 at the end of July, as now we get into the month of August. Jose Urquidy is going to be on the mound for the Astros. And here is Papierski. He will hit in the 7th spot today. 812 OPS, 263 average. Let's see what he can do here versus the Astros. Just notice we're both wearing orange jerseys, as here is the first pitch to Michael Papierski. That one's low. He eventually works it full here, hitting 263. Let's see what the pitch is. Inside fastball, and he is just behind that one. And Urquidy gets him to strike out in his first at-bat with the Bears. 0 for 1 today. This one's a high pitch in the zone, and it's just going to be a pop-up in the infield. Looks like he was just under that one. And it will be an 0 for 2 start here for Papierski's day. Here he is for his 3rd at-bat. Now in the 7th inning. We're down 5-0 at this point. Here is Urquidy dealing one up in the zone, and it will be hit to left field. Down the left field line, fielded, thrown in. Papierski slide into second, and he will be safe. Just around the tag. Wow, that was a bang-bang play at second base, but good to see Papierski getting in for a nice little double. His first hit as a Bear. So now in the top of the 9th inning, he gets one more at bat. Now we're down by 3 runs, this time facing the former Rocky Michael Givens as he fouls that one up. That one's up in the zone, 96 mile an hour. 3-2 count. He works it full. Hit down the right field line, and another one. That one will reach the wall. This one should be a double as a throw is to the cutoff man. And how about Michael Papierski in his debut with the Bears? 2 hits, 2 for 4 day. Gotta love it. I'm going to change that number as well, and I love what I see from him so far. Nice piece of hitting that time down both lines. We end up getting the loss in this game, but nonetheless, I like what I saw from Papierski. 2 doubles. Jesse Winker went 2 for 4 as well. But now we start the month of August, 62-41 as we advance through some of these games. I want to get through this season. I'm thinking that, the rest of the season we'll either have 1 or maybe even 2 episodes. I don't know. I'm trying to get through this. We're in first place. It's not a very comfortable lead right now. The Dodgers are starting to surge, so we really want to create some separation between the Padres and us in this series. As here is Hicks now in to pitch in the top of the 9th inning facing this tough San Diego lineup. This one's hit to right field, and it will get to the gap. It scores 1, ties this game up at 3. rounding third, will head home. The next runner, and the throw is offline, and it's going to be a 4-3 lead here for the San Diego Padres. Bobby Bradley comes through with the double. 4-3 game now in the bottom of the ninth inning. Here is Zion Storm at the plate. Can he get us in this game? And no, he cannot. Pop up to Hosmer. It will be 4-3 here at home for the Bears. And we will lose this one as we move on to the next series here versus the San Francisco Giants. Is Jordan Hicks in to pitch here? He's been having a pretty good season, but, lately he's had a couple of bad games, as this one's a shot to center field. This one's got carry back to the wall, and it will just keep going. Gleyber Torres, his 29th of the year. Wow, I cannot believe this. A guy that hasn't been hit in the first half of the season. Hopefully his second half doesn't start to slump, as that brings up Papierski here in the clutch situation, down by 1. But he's just going to fly out to left field, and now the Giants get a win. Oh my, are we now starting to slide here after the All-Star break? We do get 2 straight losses, but we bounce back pretty nicely versus Washington, and after that, we don't look back. We end up winning the next 10 games. Just when it looked like we were going to start losing, our offense just steps up. 7-3 victory here versus the Dodgers. 12-3 the next game. Then 8-3. Here's the 12-3 game here. 15 hits. Ozuna is now starting to warm up his bat. He's hitting about 265 though. Abrams hitting 285. How about Polanco though? We started playing Polanco a little bit more. He's hitting around 300. He's just doing ridiculous things right now. And St. Louis just cannot beat us. I don't know what it is, but they cannot beat us. But we sweep them. And now we go for win number 11 in this game. Nobody in our lineup is hitting over 300. We're just hitting collectively in clutch situations. And I think that's really manufacturing some runs. It's incredible to see this. Now we face the Washington Nationals with a chance to sweep them and to get our 11th straight win. This is amazing. Here is Muhammad Willingham, who has been struggling. We will player lock onto him this game because he's facing a lefty. Muhammad Willingham loves to face those lefties. And he's hitting about in the 220s. I really don't know what's going on with Willingham. But here in his first at-bat of the game, this one's going to be a hit to center field. And that one will start out this game with 2 straight runners. But Willingham has just been struggling. I don't know what it's been. His attributes say he will be a great player, but his on-field performance say he doesn't, or he's not going to be. I have no idea what's going on. In his second at-bat here versus Seth Romero, he will walk as well. Already 2 at-bats in the first 2 innings, and we end up going up 6-0 as we advance on to the 7th inning. Now they have Patrick Corbin in to pitch. That one's outside, a swing and miss, but this one's right over the middle of the plate. It will be deep to left center, and it will knock off of the warning track over the wall. And how about Willingham maybe getting going? Maybe this is the game. I don't know. But there's something about Willingham that's missing. I don't know if it's fatigue or what, but he has just not been consistent at all. Last year, we moved him up probably, 2 months into the season, and now he's had his first full season, and we can't even trust him because right now in Sim, he's hitting about 220, 230. It's not impressive at all. And one guy that I've been playing at first base a little bit is Jorge Polanco. He's a very good fielder and one guy that I signed to a deal 2 seasons ago, to a 2-year deal. But I've been liking what he's been bringing to the table, hitting around 300. I want a player lock on him in this next game to make it possibly 12 straight wins. Here is Polanco at the plate now. This one's deep to right field, but it just hangs up in the air. It will just be caught. We're up 1-0 here in the 3rd, but we move on to the 6th. 6-0. This Denver offense can manufacture some runs in some big ways, and there's Polanco striking out, but we end up getting another victory for win number 12, 8-5. Mike Soroka gets another win. Now, can we make it 13 straight wins going into the couple of last months of the season. And here is Muhammad Willingham at the plate. I want to see if I can really get him going here. We're down 3-1 here in the 8th inning. Here he gets an outside pitch. This one's driven deep to left center. Will it keep carrying? And it gets over the left fielder's glove. And we will score one on this double. Willingham shows the clutchness at the plate. And it's now a 1-run game. The win streak is still intact. And we'll see what happens as we player locked onto him this game. Eugenio Suarez hits a solo jack. And now here we are. Bases loaded. Muhammad Willingham with a chance to be the hero. 17 home runs, 46 RBIs up to this point, 230 average, and he's facing a lefty. Bases loaded, bottom of the 9th inning, inside slurve. That's going to be a ball, 1-0 count. The 12th pitch of the at-bat will be a pop-up in the infield, the 12th pitch of the inning, I should say, and Willingham cannot get the job done. 1 for 5 in this game, and he does get another chance with runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 11th. 2 outs in this inning. Submarine pitcher on the mound. That one's an outside curveball, and that will bring it to 1-1 here with a man on first base. He will hang one over the middle, and Willingham does not miss that pitch. The win streak stands at 13 games. Zach Veen comes in to score. Willingham is the hero in this one. If we can just get his bat going, there's no telling what this Denver Bears team can be. I think that Willingham just needs some consistency. That's the only thing. And I don't know how to get it from him. But I guess giving him clutch hits like this will help him, will help out his career. We'll have to see what he becomes because I'm not really sure. But here we are in the month of September. We have a lot of divisional games left. We are at 13 straight wins. But how about the Dodgers? They have come roaring back. After being under 500 at this point, they are now 21 games over. Even with the 13-game winning streak, they are still only 5 games back. That is incredible winning by the Dodgers. So when we play them, we have to make sure we defeat them and at least win the season series, at least win the series when we play them, because this is a tough Dodgers team. They've won 3 or 4 World Series. We got to stop them from making that 4. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Next episode, we will probably get through the regular season. If not, we'll split it into 2. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure what's going to. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.